So today we are taking a trip to Ireland upon request. We're going to try finally, after all this time and referring back to something that we remembered years ago, we're going to try Jameson today. Welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom.
My name's Mike.
And like I said, we keep referring back. I couldn't remember the last time I actually had Jameson, and you probably haven't had it when you didn't have Coke involved or Jameson and ginger.
I have not had it without anything.
Without anything. So one of my buddies kept saying, would you just try Jameson already if you keep referring back to it? So we're going. So that's what we did. So I was at the store today, and I happened to see it. And so for 750 milliliter, we got it for $32.98. So Jameson was originally one of the 6 main Dublin whiskeys at Jameson Distillery, Bow Street, and now is distilled in New Middleton Distillery in County Cork. It's famous for its distilled 3 times. It's triple distilled in copper stills to ensure smoothness. Now, the one time I drank it, I don't remember a whole lot of smoothness, but again, that's back when I used to just throw things on ice and just guzzle them down anyway. So,
and that's about all it says on the label.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot actually. Like if you were just trying to read the bottle for information,
don't drink it. That's about the only thing.
But it is supposedly the #1 best-selling Irish whiskey in the world today. So,
I did not know that.
Huh?
I did not know that.
That's what they said, and we all know the internet does not lie, so it can't be. But I mean, it's got to be. If someone says Irish whiskey, almost everyone goes, "Oh, Jameson." No, honestly,
it's either Jameson or Bushmills, I would think.
Yeah, but has anyone ever said? No one ever has been like Bushmills. Like to me, Jameson is like the #1. Like if you say Irish whiskey, go. Someone's gonna yell at Jameson. Like Bushmill is like obscure compared to. It's like saying Powers. Until you see it, until you have it.
Powers was pretty good.
No, I know, but like until you actually, I went hard on you. But until you actually have had it, like it's not something. Irish whiskey people know Jameson. You know, it's like the most common. You know.
Very nice nose.
Let me give you a little spinneroonie. Well, I wanted to see that too. I was gonna do it with a dog tongue in my mouth over here.
Yummy.
I really noticed it the other day when we did that wheel horse, not wheelhouse, like a dope kept saying on the thing. How much it actually stayed on it. There's quite the oily on this glass too. Now the one thing with the Irish whiskey, or that I've found, what little I've drank of that, reminds me of like the Canadian, where you do get like maybe a hint of vanilla, but you don't get the strong.
It's not any American kind of.
No, it is different. All right,
but this is not. This is further from the island. That island that has the Scotch type. You know, this is way far from Dublin.
Oh, it's Ireland and Scotland. It's way away from.
You know, Dunville was an Irish. Remember, it had like this.
Oh, you're talking Scottish flavor. I thought you were talking land territory. I'm like, yeah, no, it's further, right? But no, it doesn't have the smoky peat.
Yeah, what is that island?
That they call them islands.
Yeah.
When it comes from the actual Scottish Isles, I believe is what it's called. But don't quote me on that. I ain't never been there. I did try to go there once. Actually, Mom and Dad tried to hook on that ride, and we ended up falling through. We did. I almost had a timeshare, 3-bedroom timeshare out there. I was all excited to go, and then something happened, and we didn't end up booking it.
Oh, it's pretty. It's brown sugar is going down to me. I don't know. It's way different than I was thinking.
Well, you know, I just took a second to see. It has a decent coat. It's not, you know,
It's not anything the way I remember.
Well, it's not as aggressive as I remember. I remember it being a stronger bite But I told you, Dad used to buy me one for Christmas because he didn't know what else to buy me. He used to buy Jameson all the time, and I was like, curiosity, why do you buy it? You buy a big bottle, and I was like, he's like, I don't know, your brother drinks it all the time when we used to go, and I was like, I said, in all honesty, Dad, you know, there's a lot cheaper. Like, get one of these bourbons. It's cheaper, and it has, like, to me, I mean, it's just a totally different.
It is.
Drink, and I have zero wrong with it. I actually like them, but it is like now finally, it always has to sit in a glass. Like, that's just funny to me. But I'm getting a little bit of the like vanilla oats, just a little bit. You got to really dig for it, though.
Yeah.
It might after it sits a little while.
It's definitely easier than what I remember.
Yeah, well, that was what Jimmy was like, I never had to put water in my Jameson, and I didn't go through it all. I go, that Mike's friend does that. That's his choice. He puts a little water in. I think that's how
his family grew up
doing it.
And that's probably just, you know.
He had just said, well, you just try Jameson already. And we have done quite a few different Irishes, and we always revert back to it. So I said, let me buy a bottle of Jameson so we have it on the shelf.
And I think really, though, they're all, other than Powers, I think they're all like a Total Wine only.
The ones that you had picked up. Yeah. Well, this, just off of memory, it makes me think of Powers. Should we head to head Powers to see, or what do you?
You can.
Real quick, it's up on. I think it's second. So, in case you haven't noticed, there was a slight revamping of the shelf behind us. You're going to continuously see things keep changing, anyways. But so what we decided to do, instead of being that like every one that's over in our bag of tricks over here, it's going to be up there with the as some of our better ones that we've had. It's going to be too hard to try to keep the top three. So we decided, you know, if we're either going to do a head-to-head battle, something like this, we can do a blind head-to-head battle, or we can do Whiskey Wars with other ones. But so what we ended up doing was ranking them per shelf. So top shelf is the one first, second, third, fourth, and eventually you're going to get voted off the island. You're going to end up on the rack over there. So we've decided to, well, a lot of the bottles we have, I've been trying to milk them, and they've been, you know, they're down to a minuscule amount. So some of them I rebought, the ones I liked. Some of them are just going to go bye-bye. And so you keep seeing changes. Leave a comment down below whether you like it, don't like it. But we decided to do that. I did like having the top three, but we're going to have to keep drinking the top three that way. You know what I mean? And I don't want to bore you guys with the same three. So we'll gladly do a whiskey war or against three or just head-to-heads.
Or even towards the end of the year, we'll say, well, our collection will be obviously way different. And
of what's best.
See then, you know, what's 2022's top three. That's what I just did.
I got to say, off the nose, Powers has a better nose. I haven't tried it yet, but like I'm getting more.
This Jameson is a sweeter nose to me. Actually,
a softer nose. Like I have to dig harder to try to get the Jameson out.
But I think it's just sweeter.
I didn't try a sip of this one yet. I'm gonna try. You got Powers in your hand?
See, you get more like of a barrel finish on this one, to me.
You got a whole more flavor to me.
No, it does, but it seems to be.
They both have a similar smell. You get like more, not so much like a caramel. You get like vanilla to me. Like it's just a vanilla. You say like sweet. I almost want to say like a honey, but I don't really care for honey. No, it's not. It's not. It's just a different.
Because I literally stuffed my nose in a big jug of honey before because I put it in my tea in the morning. So
that's what I mean. But it's like a sweet.
Is that a higher proof?
Grab it. I got a dog on my lap. He doesn't like to move. I don't have my glasses, so. Why, you think it drinks?
No, I just couldn't remember. Yeah, so it's. And I just got done saying most Irish is only 80 proof, but this is 86.4. I did get a little more, like a initial hit.
Well, I just went back to the Jameson. When you leave it on your tongue, you get a little slight tongue tingle. You can definitely tell them there's difference in their noses, though.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try to taste.
I still get like more of a barrel finish at the end. Yes, with the Powers.
Not only barrel finish, I think the viscosity of it all. It feels
it does stay.
more
like
oily.
I just took a drink just to
try it.
because I wanted to go to the Jameson again.
It almost like it's still on my tongue now. I still got a little tingle.
Right.
Like to me, it almost lasts longer.
This is just brown sugars. 23 is that what it was?
$23.99. Yeah. And this was what, 32 today? I wrote it down. $32.98. Again, same size. You know what I mean? Bottles are so deceiving when you look at them. I mean, they're both 750 milliliters, but you wouldn't know that to look at them. You know what I mean? When you
so
look
this
at
is like you, and this is like me.
Well, I'm not that tall though, and the more I keep drinking, I'm turning more into this bottle. I'm slowly gaining back up, no matter how much I try not to eat all the crap. I just ate 6 pounds of gummy worms with Ryan on his channel, so.
Jerky Sauce Zero.
Jerky Sauce Zero. That's the food channel that my son and I do. His channel. So now the more this Jameson's sitting in there, I'm actually getting like a.
What'd you do? Switch hands?
I've always had Powers in my left.
In
the inside.
Yeah.
I'm getting a vanilla, a slight caramel.
Yeah.
With the Jameson.
The nose,
it's like the sweetness is coming.
The sweetness to me was right off the bat there.
At first, I was almost getting like that, just like the ethanol was pushing away the smells.
It did a little bit in the beginning.
And now that it's kind of sitting down a little bit, or that there's less in there, I'm actually getting a nice little caramel.
Actually, I'm almost getting a fruit out of it.
People say fruit out of the Irish. I'm having the only fruit I ever get is cherry, and I don't get that in either one of these. Hold on. I just spoke too soon. There is something.
I get a fruit, but
leave a comment down below if anyone has tried this. There is something, not only when you open a bottle, do I think it changes in flavor a week later when the air gets in there, but there is definitely something, the longer it sits in the glass, the more that opens up and changes.
Or the more you swish it, the more it gets on different parts of the glass.
Because,
excuse me,
this definitely tastes different than it did when we first started. And this one, the Jameson was in a glass longer.
Right. Still sweeter to me. Oh, I guess save that for, towards the end.
So for fun, this ain't blind and we both know. If you were going to blind these two, because we don't have to agree anymore, because it's not first, second, and third. It's just which one you like better. Which one do you think would you pick? And why?
I would lean towards Powers, actually.
Okay, that's exactly what
I would lean towards Powers. I think it stays with you a little bit longer.
Yep.
It has a little more finish at the end, and then you get the barrel end. This one's a little sweeter, and believe it or not, to me, Jameson is actually easier. But it's just got a brown sugary taste.
I wish I went first, because that was exactly what I would do. Honestly, I thought you were going to go the other way. I thought you were going to say Jameson, because it drank smoother, and it was quicker, and it went down, like it was easier. But 100% I agree with you. I think the viscosity, I think it coats your mouth better. I kind of lean towards the Powers myself. Not even price. I don't even care what they cost, even though this is like $10 cheaper almost. But
I kind of threw that into consideration.
But I wasn't even factoring it. Honestly, just tasting side to side. Although I do like this one.
I do
like this one. There's nothing wrong with it. But I for one that I didn't even know existed, I think this brings more to the table. I do like that extra little finish you get.
Kevin told me about that one. He said it was. He bounces Powers, Jameson, Teeling, like his 3 go-to.
I think really the viscosity, the way it coats your mouth, but I think all around mouthfeel, and it sticks around a little bit longer. It has a better finish. I kind of lean towards the Powers. So if I was going to do these head to head, I would go Powers.
I bet.
I really didn't think you were going to pick that.
I bet we both would have picked it.
And why I said why is because even if you did pick it, I didn't think you were going to pick my reasons, but you actually did. So, but that's why, honestly, when we've done the Whiskey Wars that we've done, we've ended up agreeing on pretty much all the ones we picked because we do have a similar
even the last
taste.
one, we thought we had them all right, but it was we knew which
we
two
had the
we
reasons,
were, yeah,
right?
but we knew which two were probably going to be could be out.
Yeah,
I was pretty confident with the other two.
Well, I was 100% sure I was right, and I was 100% wrong. So that's
wicked. Brown sugar now.
No.
Drinkability. This is really. It's really.
I still have
it's
to
tasty.
give the nose to Powers, though. I think it has more.
Well, this one's sweet.
I agree. I think you are almost getting a little fruit. I don't want to say like a maraschino cherry, but I am thinking like a little happy fruit in this one. It just seems like there's some kind of like a light fruit. We're not talking like anything like a. It would have to be something sweet.
Yeah, like almost like a peach,
but not peach. It's definitely not the peach to me though. But I would almost lean towards like an orange, or like a grapefruit maybe. I don't know. That's weird though. I don't think I've ever smelled that in a. I think you get much more of a nose off the Powers though. Like the Jameson to me.
It's overpowered by like a brown sugary sweetness kind of.
Very good though.
You still do it
very good
because you'll get the ethanol right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all said and done, both very good. And now we have a reference. No,
and that's the whole reason. We always go back to what we could remember. And thank you, Jimmy, for your suggestion. We were going to eventually do it. And I happened to be at the store today, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to buy it today and just get it done with.
If he wasn't, it was going to be on mine because I was like, we have said it like almost every Irish one we've done.
100 times, right? Because that's what you could. Because again, you think Irish, you think that.
I guess now we will have to get a Bushmills.
Yeah, I haven't had that in forever either. I had that. I had that
and
one time.
And then we'll go with colors because they both have colors.
Oh no, and they have like an extra age. They had a something. There was one right next to this one that was. I want to say something. Is there a Jameson Black? There was something right next to it. There was a bunch of them right there in little step up in price or whatever. But I had to search for the original because they had boxes of the other one next to it, and I was like, nope, I just want the regular.
Right, had that handles too.
Oh yeah, they did. Oh, but it was a lot more money, and I said, oh no, I'm just gonna get one of these for now. You know, but
well, because even $33 is up there.
It is for, you figure 750 milliliter. And again, that's why.
But again, with that, like the other ones we did, the Spirits Limited at Total Wine really didn't have that flavor. You know, when you see it on Total Wine, usually it's like if I have one, this would be come up. Or if you put this in, they'll have their store pick or their brand. Like
what's Powers? I don't remember that. Did I buy them?
I think you might.
I think I might have bought that. I did because it's got the tag on the bottom. We by yours we started doing, and
I didn't like the tag.
Again, that was a surprise one for me when I actually bought it because I didn't know nothing about Powers. But I honestly, that one I still stick with that one. I would buy that one again over this one. But just if I was going to buy like I want an Irish whiskey, I think it's more unique. I mean, this is.
And I think.
And you know what? It
tastes the proof a little bit, and this is just nothing evil with this.
I think what it is the whole smoothness takes away some of the flavor that you get out of the Powers.
I'm going to have to look, though,
where it's the triple still.
At the pub that I go to.
If they have it?
Yeah, because I think that would make a better mixer.
I think it has more. It has more to it. Yeah, no, I agree. And again, this is iconic. It is signifies. I'm not
why
taking
it gets
anything.
so sweet when you mix it with ginger, because it's already sweet.
No, you know, the more it sits in a glass, the more the caramel starting to come out. Yeah. Like at first, I was just getting a hint of the vanilla, maybe with a little brown sugar, but you definitely get the more it sits.
It's almost like when you pre-mix, you get your brown sugar and your butter all together. That's kind of what you get.
You get that, yeah.
You know, you got to cream it up first before you add the other ingredients.
Yep.
Stay tuned to our big channel.
No, right. I can't run another channel. I got too much going on already, but yeah. It wouldn't be a bacon channel, I can tell you that. That's the one thing. I don't do a lot of bacon. I don't like eating it. So
it's good.
I like eating stuff. So there you go. we can keep this. I don't know how short it was because we threw in the other one, but I did want to test it next to Powers though to see if it. I like it. I like it. You know, again, me personally, I would buy Powers again before I bought this one, only because I think I like the full bodiness of that one, but. It is triple distilled and it is super smooth. It's a lot smoother than I remember. I remember it being more aggressive.
Because I said to him, I'll be interested to see if it's going to be, and maybe because we've sampled quite a few whiskeys over the days. You know, we've probably acquired more of a taste than, like if you're just starting, you may think this could be. No, because I remember when he first bought me one of these, I was like, oh boy, here we go. And I was drinking this, and I poured it over ice, and I was like, not bad. Once the ice melts a little bit, you're all set. So I wasn't sure drinking it straight like this if I was going to need that. Well, you don't. It actually drinks very nice. It does.
And you know, so there you go. So we'll leave it at that. So there is our Jameson review.
Like this, Kevin.
Now. You know, I think the Whiskey Tribe says it best when they said, you know, the best whiskey is the whiskey you like to drink, the way you like to drink it. That's the way it is. They want to put it on rocks, put it on the rocks. You want to put it on
he got hurt today, so I got to be nice.
Oh, yeah, definitely got to be nice to him. But, you know, again, I don't care. I don't care, honestly, like, you know. But to me, I mean, this, you know, I always look at it this way, though. You know, and they actually did that on a couple channels. Like, is it better to use a more expensive whiskey as a mixer? To me, no. Wouldn't it be better just to make the cheapest whiskey you have to be your whiskey and Coke person? Well, you know what I mean? Like, or does it really make a difference?
But now that we know a blend is like not a real whiskey, I would say no. But again, a lot of times it would be these blends that they make for. If you get a bar of whiskey and Coke, it'd be probably one of them.
Well, I think a lot of the bars use like Old Crow, which isn't a blend. It's actually a regular one, but it's more.
You keep saying I have yet to see an Old Crow. You say you got it in your stores, but I don't. We don't live far away.
No, there were just
2 towns, and they
5 bottles on a bottom shelf at my store. I didn't buy it because I said, "Oh, I'm all done with that." I'm slowly turning into a whiskey snob.
Big boy pants on, getting out of plastic.
No, it's not only that. You know what it is? I started this channel, I started this with the idea of, is it worth to spend more money? And that was my whole thing. Like, can you
I'm going to say there's going to be some we're going to be yes, and some we're going to say
no.
Go spend $32.98.
But we can say the ones we've liked the best are stepping up in the price range as they slowly go up. So there is a big difference between the stuff I used to drink and the stuff we have now. And even up here, when you look at what we have so far, you know, when you start getting down into the lower end ones, and I'm like, no, these are not good when you compare them to like the Knob Creeks or the Old Foresters and stuff like that. There's a huge difference. They're not bad on their own, but when you come off a small sip of one of the big ones and you come to the others,
that's why the Seagram's was like your high mixer, right? You know, bar mixer and type,
right?
So
that being said, so not that we're well, we're always going to run long because I can't stop babbling. So there you go. Jameson, triple distilled Irish whiskey. You know, I mean, it's good whiskey.
It is.
I mean, it's, you know, it's all going to be in preference. So it's been around for decades. So
try it.
Give it a shot.
Like.
There it is. So thank you for watching. If you're still here, spend less, drink more. Cheers.
It's still, drinkability wise, this one is actually smoother.
No, that triple distilled has something to do with it. Like, it really did its job for smoothness.